Hello, Aries, and welcome to your astrological forecast for June 2017. Now, this works if you have your sun, moon, or ascendant in the sign of Aries. Now, remember, this is just a general forecast. If you want a more detailed reading, I am currently having an awesome sale where you can get all the answers that you're seeking, and you can find out more about it at the link below right down here. All right, so what I'm going to be talking about in this video is the different astrological aspects that are going to be happening this month for you, Aries, and how do they affect you. I'm also going to be giving you some advice on how to handle these energies, and by the end of the reading, I'm going to be pulling out a card from the Angels Oracle deck to be able to find out exactly what type of guidance that the angels are giving you during this month. All right, Aries, so let's get to it. All right, Aries. So let's first start with your planet, which is Mars. And Mars is going to be moving into the sign of Cancer in June 4th. Now, Cancer is a very motherly, very homey, very sensitive, very caring, very nurturing sign. So during this month, I see a lot of nurturance that you're going to be exuding out of you. I also see that your anger and your aggression is going to be going down as well. You're not going to be so aggravated. You're not going to be so angry or anything like that. And I also see that this is going to be a time where you're going to be very much focused on the home sector and your domestic life. I do see you organizing your home. I do see, if you're trying to look for a new place, then this is the time where you're really putting your head together to try to find it, because Mars is a planet that does not procrastinate. And it desires things. So during this time, it desires to connect to its roots. It desires to connect with its family. It desires to connect with the home. It desires to connect with what really matters in life. This is the house that makes you feel very rooted in life. So it's an awesome time to really renovate your home. Maybe feng shui it a little bit. Maybe have a little party at your home place where you're going to be able to bring people into your home and you're going to be able to share your domestic life. It's also a time where you should really be thinking about any sort of domestic issues that are happening, because Mars is a warrior. Mars wants to go and fight. So if there's some sort of animosity or anger or weirdness kind of happening with the home or with your parents or with your mother, then this is a time where you can really, first think about it and really see, okay, what is going on, what's affecting me, and then by the end of the month, I see you really being able to express these things, okay? But nonetheless, there's going to be a lot of home quality and a lot of wanting to stay at home and grounding yourself at the home place. I see you working out from home. I see you, and if for any Aries out there who's a real estate agent, this is a fantastic time for you guys, where I do see that you're going to be very, very active in just finding the homes, getting the homes, selling the homes, renting the homes. And also for any Aries out there who's trying to renovate or get a new place, this is a fantastic time where life is really giving you a lot of energy to not procrastinate these things at this time, and also a lot of energy to nurture yourself and others. So I do see a little bit cooling energy kind of happening for you at this time, where you're not going to be so raged, but you're going to be more calm and more relaxed and more patient with what things need to come and how things should be. Okay, so on June 6th, we have Venus going into Taurus, and Taurus is Venus's sign. This is where she feels at home. She feels very dignified in here. And this is very good news for you, Aries, because when Venus goes into the second house of Taurus, you are going to be seeing some money coming in, okay? So I do see money coming in for you. I do see some extra income coming for you, and this is the money that you work for. So this is a time where I do see more money coming. This is a great time to maybe have a garage sale. You're going over your stuff in your home. You're seeing that there's stuff that you don't use anymore. Mars is making you feel like, okay, let's get this stuff together. Let's not procrastinate this anymore. And Venus is like, let's make some money out of this. So I do see money coming to you. And I do see that your self-confidence and your self-esteem is also going to be very well boosted, especially after Venus has been retrograded in your sign for some time. This is a relief, okay? Like, you've been going through some major shift of self during this time, Aries, okay? Like, you really, really had a time of self-discovery to a full spectrum of things. So with Venus here, you're finally gonna feel like, oh, okay, now I feel self-confident, now I feel secure on what I want to be and how I want to be. What do I want people to really perceive me as? How do I want to tackle the world during this time? So Venus is definitely going to give you that umph of self-security and self-worth during this time. And that's what attracts money to you, okay? Because Venus is not a planet that goes and gets the things that she wants. No, she's beautiful and gorgeous, and she waits for things to come to her, okay? The abundance comes to her because it oozes out of her. She's not going and snatching it out of people's hands. No, it's given to her. So during this time, open yourself to abundancy. Open yourself to your self-worth and the abundant energy about you, you know? Think about more of like, okay, I don't want to be in a desperate mode. Because when you're in a desperate mode of money, things don't work out. You need to relax and set yourself in and know and trust that life is going to bring you those beautiful things that you feel. So if you feel abundant, guess what? Life is going to bring you some abundance into yourself, all right? Now, another thing that is happening on the 6th of June is Mercury is going to be going into the sign of Gemini. Now, Mercury, this is its own sign. So Mercury is going to be very strong at this time as well. It's going to be very communicative, very analytical, very in its mind. You might be thinking a lot more, especially because the sun is also here in the 3rd house until the 20th, 21st of June. So I do see you communicating a lot. I do see you expanding your mind a lot at this time, okay? You're really analyzing and you're really thinking about your communication. How is it that you're communicating? Are people really getting you? Are people really understanding you? And also, you're having extra courage at this time, extra courage to really follow the things that you want to follow, okay? This is the house of the healthy ego, where you know you love doing something and therefore you're going to go and just do it. And that takes courage. Also, speaking your mind takes courage, takes a lot of courage to express yourself. It takes a lot of courage to really express yourself in the way that you really want to. So, this is a time to really speak up and talk and say the things that you haven't been able to say. And if you can't say them, then it's a fantastic time to write, okay? Write people letters. Write the people that you love some letters. Write your mother letters. Write your family members some letters. Write your loved one letters, okay? Because this is a way where you can actually just communicate everything that you want to communicate. And with Mercury here and the Sun here, you're amazing, okay? You're sounding beautiful. You are expressing your true emotions, which sometimes it could be a little hard because you go into a debating mode where, okay, who's gonna go for the jugular first and who's gonna really stab it first? And, you know, at this time, it's not an energy of aggression and like who's gonna be winning and who's gonna say what. No. And this was kind of like the energy that you were having last month because Mars was in this house. So there was a lot of aggression in your communication, okay? But this time, there's a lot of common sense and a lot of intelligence. And you're shining when you're communicating. So speak up, Aries. Talk. Express yourself, especially to your home sector, to the people that are closest to you, okay? Now, on this 9th of June, we have Jupiter going direct. And Jupiter's been going retrograding for some months. And when Jupiter is retrograding, it was a time of going over certain opportunities that would have missed. And this is a time where we're having an internal expansion happening within us. So you might not have seen too much external expansion, but there was a deep internal expansion that happened for you, especially with Venus retrograde. Baby, you matured, okay? Let me just tell you that, Aries. You have matured for the past 2-3 months into a better Arian, okay? This is a time where life is really making you expand yourself from within and break the barriers that you've gone in yourself into. Because sometimes, you know, Aries is the baby of the zodiac. It's like the toddler. You know, you can close your mind a lot and you can get very, very, you know, this is my way, this is the only way, and that's it. But during this time, with Jupiter being retrograde, you were able to really expand yourself from within and find out things more about yourself that you did not know about, and to be completely sincere with yourself to the point that you matured, okay? You are maturing very, very rapidly at this time. Now, since you already had this internal expansion where you really harness some wisdom within yourself for the past months, now with Jupiter going direct, you're going to be able to start seeing the external expansions really happening for you, okay? You're going to be seeing some external expansions outside of yourself. And Jupiter is in your house of relationships. So during this time, I do see that there could be more expansions in your relationships. Your marriage can get more expansive during this time, especially after reevaluating a lot of the things in Venus retrograde. And also, if you are not happy in the relationship that you currently are, this is a time where life can put you in the right relationship, or just the relationship at least with yourself, which is absolutely important before you get into a relationship. Also, it's a time of expanding yourself in any sort of relationship with business partners. So go out there. If you're looking for some sort of business partner, this is a time where you can truly, truly find one. So great time to start seeing some more expansion and harmony happening for you in your sector of sharing yourself, in the sector of relationships with loved ones and with business partners, anything that you're actually making some sort of compromise, okay? So during this time, you could be making a huge compromise to yourself or to someone else. But it is a time of compromises, and Jupiter is making you feel like, yeah, I want to compromise. It feels good to compromise. So harness this energy, Aries, because this is not your usual self, and you're going to be able to experience new things for you. Okay, now on the 16th of June, Neptune is going to be going retrograde. Now, what is Neptune? Neptune is the planet of illusion. Neptune is the planet of dreams. Neptune is the planet of mysticism. Neptune is the planet that takes away the barriers and the boundaries that we all put in ourselves as individuals, and how we live in this society. And it reminds us that we're all connected, that we are all one, that we are all one with the universe and with ourselves, and that there is no separation. It's almost like the drop in the gigantic ocean, okay? You are part of it all. Now, the lower vibration of Neptune is that we fall into a lot of illusions. We fall into a lot of escapism, okay? Neptune also rules anything that has to do with drugs, alcohol, and any like altered reality situations. So remember, this is a time to get more spiritual, okay? Especially because your Neptune is in the 12th house. Now, when it goes retrograde, it's a time where you're going to be able to lift the veil of the illusion and really see the reality of things, okay? So I love it. I love when Neptune goes retrograde, because it's the time where we're finally awoken from all these illusions, which is fantastic. So I see you being very imaginative. I see you being very comfortable in your solitude. Very, very comfortable in your solitude. And almost your solitude is like a sacred time with yourself, where you can really dig deep inside yourself, Aries, and find out the core energies of you, the core, and really listen to your heart, because that's what it's all about, listening to your heart, okay? We listen to our minds 24/7 out in the day. All the time. We're constantly listening to them. And it drives us insane, and it makes us very, very, very confused, and we sometimes do the wrong choices. That's just what the mind does. But with Neptune here, is going to be able to give you the ability to listen to yourself from within and to listen to your heart. So meditate, do some yoga at the house, okay? Yoga especially, because it's a form of movement meditation, and you are a very active person. You love sports, so yoga could be fantastic for you. Get deep inside yourself. Go deep within yourself and find out what truly is all that maturity that's been happening to you. Harness that internal expansion that just happened, okay? Because you just had some intense awakening moments for yourself this past month, okay, Aries? This was a pretty intense time for you. Now, a great time to get imaginative, and a great time to meditate, and a great time to really go within yourself and find those answers, okay? Find the true answers of your heart, especially because Aries, you are a leader. You are not a follower. You're a pioneer in life. You're a transcender, okay? You're the one who makes way for something new. And with Uranus in your sign, which has been there for a long time, it's been trying to break you free. It's been trying to make you finally be free. Finally, just be free with everything. But there's been some fighting, okay? Because it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable situation, but get comfortable with the uncomfortable, and you're gonna see that it's gonna be fantastic for you. That it's gonna be so great because in reality, you want to be independent. You don't want to work for no one or nothing. You want to be you. You want to do your thing, nobody else. Okay? So, Aries, very very important that during this Neptune retrograde, you harness the energies of breaking away from the illusions. Go within yourself, meditate, and be able to really see what is going on within me and what do I truly feel. Okay, especially with Mars in Cancer, you're very nurturing to yourself and others. This is what it's driving you: nurturance, being soft and gentle and patient. Okay. Now, on the 24th of June, we have Mercury going into Cancer. So by the end of the month, that's when I finally see you communicating your true happiness. That's when I see you signing some contracts for a new house, for a new home, for a new place. That's when I see you really talking to your mother and to your family and expressing the things that you haven't been able to talk to them about before. And this is a great time where you're going to be able to really, be persuasive and have people actually backing you up in your stuff. So, and your speech is going to become so soft and gentle. It's going to become so nurturing and patient. This is so good for you, Aries. And then by then, the sun is also going to be in Cancer. So by the end of the month, I see you very homey. I see you being very happy with your family, very comfortable with your family, shining at the home sector, feeling at home finally, and feeling really rooted in your life. Okay. After this, after July on, you're gonna start seeing your life moving up more and more. But before we do that, you need to plant those roots really deep within yourself. Okay, Aries. You cannot be a tall tree reaching towards the sky if you have really weak roots. You need to have very deep, 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 deep roots in the earth to not fall over, okay? Now, I pulled a card, and the card that you got was the perfect card for you, Aries, and it's the entrepreneurship card. And it says, self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. This is so you, Aries. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance, says the angels. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Okay, Aries? So this is a time where you really, especially with Venus in the second house of money, this is a time where you really, really need to think about, how can I really do the things that I truly want to do? What did I come into this world to do? Okay? And one of the things I'll tell you for sure, you came to be a leader. At least a leader in your life. And that will make you an amazing example for the rest of the world to become a leader, okay? But you're a leader, you're not a follower. So if you've been feeling not like yourself, and Venus retrograde just gave you a really big slap in the face of like, wake up, this is not you. And Uranus is like, damn right, it's not you. I've been telling you that you need to be independent and free yourself from all these constrictive energies. Then this is the time where you need to be entrepreneurship, okay? Entrepreneurship is your true energy, is your true essence, all right, Aries? Other things that it says is, your ideas for business are sound, okay? So follow them through, write them down. Be courageous, use that courage that you're having at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the month, to really embark these beautiful ideas, especially because you have good energy to find a good business partner for yourself as well. Okay? So think about that. Also, ease out your present job by moonlighting with your desired business idea. Okay? There could be some business changes. If you're working for somebody else, Aries, you know that you are not supposed to be there. Unless you're like a leader in some way, somehow. No. that it ain't working for you. And you know that it's gonna get more uncomfortable, and it's gonna get more uncomfortable until you make the change. Also, take action as you're guided with respect to your career. Take action. Take action. Take action in your career. Take action in that job change. Take action. You're all about action. This is so you. You're so ready for taking action in your true entrepreneurship, into your true business. And this is why it's so important that you meditate, Aries. Because if you're like, but what do I do? I know I'm a leader, but what do I want to do? Then you need to listen to your heart. Or you can make an appointment with me and I can help you out with that too. And, I can kind of guide you in what are your fortes and your weaknesses, when is a good time to open a business, what kind of business you're good for. But at the end of the day, it's also what I'm just doing is just showing you what your spirit has left you. So listen to your spirit. Listen to that voice. Be courageous enough to go for it and put the hard work and do the action. And fully commit to succeeding in your new business, okay? This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy for you, Aries. And I am so excited for you and this new maturing energy that you're coming through, all right? Thank you so much for listening to your amazing forecast for June 2017. I am so happy that you're here, and I am so very grateful that I am the source to bring you your message. I love you so very much, Aries, and I believe in you with all my heart that all your dreams will come true once you align yourself with spirit, mind, and body, and emotions, and everything's aligning you to go forward with yourself. Thank you so much for your beautiful comments, your likes, your shares. I am so happy. And remember, I am having an amazing sale at this time for a speed reading if you're having any sort of questions. And you can find out more about that sale at this link below. All right, Aries, thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.